For the next part, we're going to look at publisher. Now, if you think about this, you could just list the publisher in here because it should be a one-to-many where books wouldn't need another table for publishers. But if you want more information about the publisher, you're going to need somewhere to store that, as in where the publisher is located. So if you're just going to list the publisher's company, you could do it in here simply just like that. But I don't like that. So what I'm going to do is, yes, make a new table and make this about the publishers. So very first thing, publisher ID, of course. This will be primary key. Now you can have the publisher first name, publisher last name. Okay, now over in books, we already have this up over here. We can get rid of topic. Now if you look at this, publisher is a one-to-many because a book will have one publisher and a publisher can publish multiple books. So now we want to edit the books. Oh, I already have it open. Under foreign keys, we're going to make one for publisher. But first, let's make a new column. Change this to publisher ID because it's going to be a foreign key to publishers. Set that to int and then foreign keys. Now we can make it publisher ID. This will reference to the publishers table. Now which column? Obviously it'll be publisher ID. And this will connect to the other publisher ID. So this one's the foreign key, this one's the primary key. So now you hover over this, you can see the green right there is connected to the publisher ID. And I like to drag all the IDs up to the top. See what you can do now is you can actually add more information about the publishers. So if you need to know the city of publication, you can just say the city, and also anything else like the year of when the publishers started publishing. Any of that could be stored in here. But if you just stored this up in the books, then that wouldn't have been possible. Okay, genre. This is what we're going to deal with next. Now think about this a little. Usually a book will have one genre, such as science fiction. So it's up to you. Do you want to make a new table listing the genres, which will be tied back to the books, or do you just want to list the genre right with the books? Well, see, I always like making a new table because it makes things so much easier. But you don't technically have to because you can just have it listed with there. If you needed more than one genre, then you could have a new table for it. But I would recommend this. See, this is the thing about normalization. The more normalized you get, the more tables, the more mess there is, and it can make things kind of slow. So it's not always good to normalize a database to a certain extent. At one point it becomes too much. So we're going to make genres because that's what I want. Genre ID, genre name. But also have anything else if you need to put more information about the genre, but there's nothing really else I could put. So now back to the books table, we're going to make a foreign key. Wait, first, let's change this. I always forget to do that. Change this to genre ID and set this to int. This makes this able to be a foreign key with this genre ID because they're both of the type int. Now under foreign keys, we're going to make genre ID. Genres. Genre. Sweet. Now everything is connected. There it is. Alright. Now that's pretty messy, so what you can do is click these little arrows once you're done with them, and it makes things a lot easier to see. Okay, under books, what we have now is book name and number of pages. Okay, now number of pages, if you really wanted to, you could have a table with the books and then the number of pages for each book, because a certain number that technically could be a many-to-many relationship, but that is where I think you're crossing the line of too normalized. If I had a book where it was like book ID and then number of pages ID. And then down here I had a number of pages table where it said what ID was what amount of numbers, or amount of pages, sorry. That's just too much. So this is as far as I'm going to normalize this books table. And now everything is connected here. And thank you for sticking with me this far. And you better watch the next video. Okay, thank you. Be sure to like my video and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.